Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I'm here today with set number 70743, Airjitzu Morro Flyer from LEGO Ninjago. This is ages 6 to 14, has 46 pieces, includes one minifigure, released in 2015, and it retails for the price of $10 in the United States. Now let's take a look at some of the parts for the set and the minifigure. So now we'll take a look at Morro. This is the most basic form of him you can get from any of the Ninjago sets, and also the least expensive. He doesn't have a cape, he doesn't have a hood on him, but he still looks pretty good in my opinion. I really like how his head and his legs are both translucent light green, or neon green as some may classify it, and they even have some really cool printing on them. We'll take a look at that more in the front. Here's a look at the back, where we don't have an alternate face on him, but he has that pretty cool symbol. If anyone knows what that's for, I'd be happy to know in the comments below. Now we'll take a look at his face. It's kind of obscured for seeing his face here with the black on his hair. But if I turn this around, now you can see his face a lot clearer. And it looks really cool. It really stands out under a light and gives that ghoulish feel for him. One thing I also wanted to note was the shuriken, in my opinion, seemed pretty new. I don't recall seeing this design for it before, or if it's any different from the original 2011 design, but it seems like they're a little different. Let me know in the comments if they have changed over time, because that's pretty interesting and I like them. They seem to be a little bit better in detail than the previous versions. There again, we get to see the front, and again, very cool figure. One thing I wanted to note was this has an interesting box to it, something that you see similar to Bionicle in the way it's shaped and you open it up from the bottom. But on the back it shows you some of the other accessories, how to build it, and how it flies. It also shows you the other sets available. This one is the one we're looking at. Along with the minifigure in this set, you have several different accessories you can add on to the minifigure to have them fight with the different ninja. Some of these are not compatible with the Airjitzu flyer. When you fit the minifigure in there, they will not fit in with the figure, especially the taller ones, because there's not enough height to it. I mean, if you compare the capsule mainly, yeah, that's too big. And even this is just too long, so you can't really curl it up that much. But you can fit things such as the claws or even the shuriken. They come packaged like this, but you can take them off and add them separately as they show you on the box. You could probably put the spider in here as well. So, as far as how this works, it's a very simple assembly, so it does have a low part count, and it does have some nice pieces around it. It's kind of not, it's above lime green in terms of color. You could also take these off. They show it on the box. And it is a good buildable handle. You also have this exclusive printed piece on the flyer itself. That's pretty cool. Or on the handle of the flyer. And if I just take off these few pieces, you get to see underneath this modified brick, which has a few Technic holes in it. And that is your main module for holding the spinner on there. That's the way that you can make this work so that it can go up in the air. It also holds the ripcord in there, and we'll get to it right now. So, as far as that goes, there are a lot of newer pieces with the flyer itself. The ripcord is not the same one from Ninjago, in fact. This is a different one designed specifically for the Airjitzu sets, and including the Ronin set. This is also included, which allows you to fit your minifigure in here, and as before mentioned, you can only fit some of the items. If you clip this in, you can see there's not a lot of space, so it mainly fits the figure in there. And it also depends on if you have anything around the figure, such as shoulder armor, a backpack, or even, you know, large headgear. It may interfere with this capsule. But overall, you know, the figure shakes a little bit in there, but he still stays put because of these pins. Now, once you have that assembled, you put this inside of these notches, and you turn it so it can all stay together. Because if it didn't, well, that's how you would take it out and get the figure out of there when you're done playing with it. You just simply turn this in you put this on top first and then put the ripcord in. It doesn't work if you fit it the other way. And if you just give me one moment, we'll have this thing in action. So here I have the flyer, and let's see how it goes. I upwardly angled the camera so you can see it fly by up and down. Now, it doesn't look like it got a lot of height there, but because I'm indoors, I wanted to limit it so that it wouldn't crash around and destroy a bunch of things. This actually can get a good amount of height. I'd say almost 10 feet in the air from when I've tested it outside. You can see more about that on the extras channel in the link in the description below. See what I mean? Oh man, that hit the ceiling, bounced behind the studio, knocked into a few things, and fell on the ground. That's what I'm talking about. Play with this outside because it's going to be very dangerous if you're inside playing with it. So overall, I really like this Airjitzu. I think it's a pretty cool toy. Now, the last time I remember LEGO making something similar to this for any LEGO theme, in which you have a ripcord to launch something into the air, was around 2005, 2006 when they had it for LEGO Bionicle in one of the years. And since then, this is a bigger improvement. It's more secure in holding the thing in place, you know, having a good steady handle, as well as having the flyer itself held in here in place, so it's easy to pull it out and make it fly up in the air. It has a lot more force behind it, so when you pull it out, it's going to go much farther and a lot faster even. It's really nice. You can customize it with a minifigure, so it doesn't have to just have Morro in here, but you can fit other minifigures and maybe redesign the handle itself however you want it to. And it's not that bad of a price either. I mean, $10 is not too bad considering some of the newer parts. And if you were to get Morro in any of the other sets, it's gonna cost you a lot more. I know the River of Styx set is pretty up there as far as price. This is a very basic version of Morro, but it still has Morro in like the main look of him. So I think that's okay. Overall, I really like this, but will I get the others? Well, it's hard to say. The other ones, there's not much variation because you have some of the same pieces used for the build, just in different colors. You have different minifigures, which are collectible, and yes, that is a good bonus with them. I don't see why one person would have to have all of them in terms of all the different spinners, unless they want the different colors. But it is something that you can easily get and play with your friends. You can not only have them battling each other in the air, but also try the different activities. You could do things like maybe set up some hoops in the backyard and try to shoot them through the hoops or something like that. You know, get creative with it, because it's definitely encouraging creativity with this idea. And I really enjoy it. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out some other LEGO Ninjago reviews on my channel, and even more coming soon. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.